The Trump events are an opportunity for select doctors, the elite doctors, to get in a room and see what we all know. What are we doing similar? What are we doing dissimilar? And how is it that we can take things from Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard and make our practices even better and just offer that extra over-the-top service that is synonymous with Trump brand, but also the concierge brand. We want to over-deliver on our patients, and that's what I get when I go to the concierge special events at Trump. It's just an opportunity to sit in a room for the day with the best of the best, not just the best coaches, but the best doctors who are going to be willing to take time out of their day and out of their weekends to spend time to pass that best of the best onto their patients. Boot camp in itself is something everybody needs, because as we get older, we tend to think we're not accountable to anybody. And when we're not accountable to anybody, we begin to slack. And we don't notice the slack until we attend a boot camp, and then we actually have it's almost like a performance review in front of our peers by Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard. And that is really an eye-opening experience, not just in that we see where we need to pick up our practices, but every time we come back to a boot camp, there's new technologies we discuss, new research, new marketing. Dr. Bard has so much new material to throw at us in the afternoon, it's hard to keep up with. But boot camp is really an eye-opening experience in that it helps keep you accountable, so this way you don't start the backslide. You start to keep moving your practice forward, forward, forward towards the goal, which is a bigger, better practice. What Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard and concierge in general have done, I've been with Dr. Kaplan for several years. Dr. Kaplan and I, we go way back because Dr. Kaplan was actually my wife's chiropractor as a child. So there's a long-standing family relationship between our two houses. As a result, I feel even more pressure to deliver and be that better doctor, because I have to impress the guy who took care of my wife as a child. And my wife remembers what that office was like, so I have to make my office even better than I could make it on my own. And that's where the drive comes from, because Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard provide me the tools. I have to put them into implementation in the office to pick it up and move it forward. When I went out into my own practice, I didn't have a coach. I knew Dr. Kaplan, but I didn't know him personally. And eventually I got to the point where I plateaued, and then I met with Dr. Kaplan and I did my first contract. And I made more money. It helped my bottom line. I got a better return on my investment than I anticipated. And I renewed with him a second time. And then after 2 contracts with him, I figured I knew it all. And I didn't renew for the third contract. And then I wasn't being held accountable. I started backsliding. And so when I started the backslide, I re-upped with them a third time, and I've noticed it got even better. And then we added decompression. We added a laser. They challenged me, and they pushed me into new directions that I, as a professional, may not have chosen myself, but as a result of their pushing into a different direction out of my comfort zone, it made my practice more diverse and actually generated more income into my practice that I didn't even realize was out there. So that's what's going on with my office these days. My returns are getting better as the longer I'm staying with them. So it's definitely a much better return than what I've ever put out.